I.S.U.P.K. We out here in Baltimore, you know what I mean? We was having an amazing food and clothing drive out here, feeding the people, clothing the people, understand, getting love for the brothers and sisters out here.
But that was my shit. Yeah. Under commanding General Yahanna. Die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Look, hey, straight off the top, I love all of my niggas. That shit ain't gon' stop till we on top and we ballin', my nigga. We be fly as fuck, you know them bitches be stalking my niggas. That shit'll never change and it's the same with all my niggas. City to city, I should be at home. That's what my ribs say. But bitch, I'm grown, I'm in these streets and closed caption. Niggas know we bout that action. If a nigga play with me, then my hawkin' gon' let him have it. Hey, thank you the shit, this truth, this shit. Nigga play, I let that Ruger hit. Get on them tracks, they be like, who is this? I'm rude with it, ain't got no manners. All them pussy niggas talkin' shit, yeah, I know they can't stand us, but we U.P.K, Louisiana, bitch, that's what I'm rippin'. And my niggas solid, number real ones in my section. If you
Seriously, you're looking for a Christ man, the one who's knowing it with the Lord, with the Spirit of the Lord, to do His will. I'm that nigga.
One West, 125th Street. Look, y'all put y'all faith in presidents like they gon' change this country. Run the league and let y'all play cause y'all gon' make a money. Fuck Obama, he ain't come here on Congo.
Man, Yahanna don't like no soldiers. With the Spirit of the Lord, we don't like no soldiers. You understand me?
Like a saint, black, Hispanic, native, they hate y'all as the same. Hate Christ in they image, hate you as a slave. God ain't all love, scriptures say you hate African soft niggas, they know we not the same. School to prison pipeline to get you off the streets. Put you in the cell, toilet connected to the sink. Molested as a kid, she prostituted as a teen. The byproduct of Martin Luther King dream. They just took the yoke off, my nigga, we ain't free. We living bleak in these wastelands of poverty. If you don't know the truth, then the lie sound promising. Prophecy, gift and the curse. Dylan started killing, they was sitting in church. Black folk forgave him, man, this shit is absurd. You should never love your enemy, that shit ain't gon' work. Yeah, fuck dying on your knees, you better die in glory. Man, I joined the U.P.K, taught me the art of warring. I took a nigga life like mine to be recognized. I feel that pain every day, it can't be reconciled. Pops banging, my sister a prostitute. My brother got life, and somehow I still found the truth. War ready, no cowards, no excuse. Fuck reparations, you can't bandage no open wounds. Blood on the leaves, body swing hung from a noose. I was on a run in Nashville and I found the truth. I called the school, classes being held by the shock on my life. I want to be a gangster like a cop. Do this for my brothers, real brotherhood. Everything we do, we got it out this book. My nigga, I can never be no African. U.P.K the only authorized acronym. I'm passionate about my brothers and sisters. We in hell, I ain't got nothing against them. That's another religion. If it ain't under Yahanna, ain't he murdered by them and got a hug from Yahanna. That's the way out for a coward in my observation. They don't fear the Lord, they indoctrinated. Wolves in sheep clothing, Joe Osteen. Real priests bringing back black royalty. One West on my headpiece, ranking order. Can't let them trick me off the streets, I gotta raise my daughter. I got brothers at the border ducking ICE agents. I got the name change, it was life changing. My family thought it was a game. Put on all black, they said I was going through a phase. It's more of us in jail than it was slaves.
Aquí somos la Escuela Israelita del Conocimiento Práctico Universal. Hoy estamos aquí. Lord Commandant General Yahanna na I.S.U.P.K. I.S.U.P.K.
This is what Commander General Yahanna did. This is what he did.
First camp, I cut off all my dreads. I took an oath when that oil hit my head. Niggas capping like they lids. I'm a priest, I never stick no fork in no pig. I was dead till I found out how to live. This brotherhood taught me how to be a man. I came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church. I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge.
That's right.
You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church.
You ain't no Israelite, bitch, you a gospelite, bitch.
Fuck you talking about?
If that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga named Slayer, what you think, boy, you be done to try. Soft coast shit, we bout it. UPK, soup solid, little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way, what you think? I love this brotherhood, hood. More than you, bitch. Sharp on shit, I'm bout it. UPK, soup solid. Fuck nigga don't want war. It ain't enough clips in your army. All the bitches wanna take my piece. All they hoes wanna take my piece. All the nigga wanna take my piece. No, I can't let a dog take it from me. I can't let a dog take it from me. You a hoe study and you dummy. And these bitches really out this bitch walking around like they don't know nothing. And a lame nigga fall for them and get set up for the coins and get gunned down, man down. Shoulda took the time, get a damn no. But I see the sorrow and I show her. She could never get a priest hoeing. You a dirt ass, rust ass neck bitch with a fake ass jury. In Tennessee while I'm touring. It's a Tennessee, but she luring. Yeah, that sucker duck bitch ass boy, fuck nigga over that bitch muggin'. I say, if that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga named Slayer, what you think, boy, you be done to try. Soft coast shit, we bout it. UPK, soup solid, little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way, what you think? I love this brotherhood, hood. More than you, bitch. You a lame nigga down to me. Eat candy, but I'm sucker free. You a little nigga, ain't none of me. Base up, boy, I fit a beat. Yeah, AR-223. Draco with a magazine. Yeah, that clip run like limousine. I shoot your ass in the spleen. Boy, I bust your ass in the temple. We debating by the temple. Tell the truth, boy, you's a victim. And you squirm off like a lizard. Nigga walk down my road. Why does nigga come down my road? Boy, come down my road. Boy, I charge your ass toll fee. I'm a real big priest, nigga. UPK play for keys, nigga. Commander General get a damn order, but ain't nothing me to damn kill you. I was talking his ass like a cat. All weapons, boys full of tech. Boy, like a close combat. Nigga got popped off for a neck. If that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga named Slayer, what you think, boy, you be done to try. Soft coast shit, we bout it. UPK, soup solid, little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way, what you think? I love this brotherhood, hood. More than you, bitch.
Christ said 7 we gonna be on one nigga in the end time. Nigga, fuck wrong with you, boy. Stressed by that damn hoe ass bitch. Fake ass nigga too. Dumb ass motherfucker. Fuck you.
Israel, the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, under commanding General Yahanna, presents the Lord's 55th annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 55th annual Passover is rapidly approaching. Commanding General Yahanna is calling for all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to remember what the Lord did for us by saving us from our oppressors and choosing us to be a special people unto Him, the real Jews and Israelites. Passover will be held in Durham, North Carolina. Pay your Passover fee. Anyone 17 years of age or older must pay $200. Come and enjoy fresh lamb, unleavened bread, and the Spirit of Christ. Can't wait to see you all there, Israel. Shalom.
Cabins on streets and corners, all is feeling righteous. Real particular, nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and warlike apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us.
Israel, the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, under commanding General Yahanna, presents the Lord's 55th annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 55th annual Passover is rapidly approaching. Commanding General Yahanna is calling for all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to remember what the Lord did for us by saving us from our oppressors and choosing us to be a special people unto Him, the real Jews and Israelites. Passover will be held in Durham, North Carolina. Pay your Passover fee. Anyone 17 years of age or older must pay $200. Come and enjoy fresh lamb, unleavened bread, and the Spirit of Christ. Can't wait to see you all there, Israel. Shalom.
Cabins on streets and corners, all is feeling righteous. Real particular, nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and warlike apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us.
Israel, the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, under commanding General Yahanna, presents the Lord's 55th annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 55th annual Passover is rapidly approaching. Commanding General Yahanna is calling for all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to remember what the Lord did for us by saving us from our oppressors and choosing us to be a special people unto Him, the real Jews and Israelites. Passover will be held in Durham, North Carolina. Pay your Passover fee. Anyone 17 years of age or older must pay $200. Come and enjoy fresh lamb, unleavened bread, and the Spirit of Christ. Can't wait to see you all there, Israel. Shalom.
Cabins on streets and corners, all is feeling righteous. Real particular, nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and warlike apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us.
Yep. All right. Yabashin Shabraka Thumb. Yashima Tabashimi Alshai. I.S.U.P.K. DC Scripture Breakdown class. We're going to be doing it live Wednesday. You know how we do. Listen, Passover, April 20th, 2024, live from Durham, North Carolina. We're going to be doing it April 20th, that whole week. The general going to have everything locked down, everything ready for you. You know, black party, lamb slaughter, kids events. You know what I mean? Different things going on. And the Feast of Unleavened Bread, Saturday and Sunday. Saturday's Passover. Feast of Unleavened Bread is that Sunday at sundown. Make sure you take it off, man, your whole weekend. Take it off. You know, come down North Carolina Monday, Tuesday, you hang out, and then let's get the whole thing in full swing, man. This is the Lord's 55th annual Passover. You know what I mean? We're going to keep the righteous acts, man. The Bible says rehearse the righteous acts, and we're going to do it, and we're going to keep doing it until Christ comes back. Lord, allow this the last one. You know what I mean? I see on the news, they say Biden going to visit East Palestine. I don't know what the hell he doing over there. He need to go down with them three brothers, three brothers and sisters who died in that drone strike. That's where the hell he need to go, not to go visit some Palestinian. I don't know what is he going over there for. You know what I mean? So y'all make sure y'all do it $200 per adult. You know what I mean? Everybody 18 years and over, $200. You know, your rib, your kids, if they're over 18, you'll pay that $200 each person. You know what I mean? Knock it down. You still have some time. You could Uber, you could DoorDash, you could, do whatever that's lawful. Make that extra bread. Go sell some of them shoes on eBay, man. You only got one pair of feet. You know what I mean? You don't need 35 shoes. You don't wear them any goddamn way. Put some of them things on eBay, man. Get that money up. It's pay that Passover fee, ISUPK.com. Go on there, your PayPal, pay this right below your tithes. If you don't know where it is, it's because on the website, it's because you don't pay your tithes. And that's the telltale sign. You don't know how to navigate to pay your Passover fee because you don't pay no goddamn tithes. If you was paying the tithes, you would know where to find it. Go do that thing, get that thing going, get it rocking in, all right? So if you have any questions, for sure, type them in. We have a number you could call in. What's the number on the screen out? If you don't mind.
It's 202-989-1950.
202. Say it one more time. You lost your mic. Don't say that to no Steve Harvey.
It's 202-989-1950.
202-989-1950. Correct? Right? Just make sure you get that thing going. You know what I mean? You could call in, ask your questions. You know what I mean? Get the whole thing broken down. If you're not able to type it in, you might be doing a slavery where you can't type, especially if you're driving. You could call in, get your questions answered. We're going to go in tonight to the history of the Jews and how they came to America, right? It's something that people ain't going to believe, how it happened and what happened. You see, you know what I mean? This week in DC, we had some rabbi, and if you see him, boy, I can't say too much because YouTube and Facebook, they're gonna definitely cut the whole thing off. But he looks untrustworthy. He looks absolutely untrustworthy. And he came on the news and talked about how this Uber driver whooped his ass, beat him up, right? And he said the Uber driver said he had bad energy or something. Now the Uber driver stopped the car and put him out, and somehow the footage, they have some bystander filmed it. The footage is the Uber driver standing by his driver door, but the rabbi is right in front of the door, and then the rabbi pushed the door on him, and from there it blows. Now the Uber driver looked good on LGBTQ, but he's saying the blows came unprovoked. In my professional opinion is there was nothing unprovoked about that thing, because how he put you out the car and you standing by the driver door, at that point, you the aggressor. You know what I mean? At that point, if he tells you get out is that way on the side. He's in the street confronting the driver. And of course, the driver doing all the feminine hands to him. I don't know what they was fighting over, but I'd be damned if I'm fighting some sodomite over something now.
It was fighting over price, sir.
Just fighting over what? Shit, something. You know what I mean? But it's absolutely insane. You know what I mean? So we're gonna go into some history on the history of the Jews and how they came to America. All right, it's going to be shocking. I know most of you are definitely not going to believe it. You know what I mean? But in the meantime, if there's any questions, I'll take them. If not, we get straight into it. Go ahead.
Sir, there's two questions from Trooper in the 1 year hour. It says, can I get a breakdown on Jeremiah 1:11 through 19 and Daniel 7:25?
Oh boy. Jeremiah 1 through 19?
Chapter 1, 11 through 19.
11 through 19. Okay, we could try to get it in for you. And what's the other one?
And the other one is Daniel 7:25.
No sweat. We'll take that. Let's get Daniel 7:25 first, if you don't mind.
Okay.
All right, we take Daniel 7:25 first, and then the other. We do the other one.
Okay.
You know what I mean? This year, the Commander Yahanna said it last year. This year is going to be a very significant and special year, especially for the children of Israel. We're going to see things that you would not believe. Like, and it's so crazy is not the word. It's so boy, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, you would think with everything we done been through and seen, what else could happen? But the Bible said this is the beginning of sorrows. That's what the Bible says. It's the beginning of sorrows. And of course, this being an election year, everything is going to just be, the motive behind most of everything is going to be so political. And in that political arena is going to be so vicious. Not to mention the Lord is beginning to visit the earth. You're going to see some things this year. You're going to absolutely see some things this year, brother. It's absolutely crazy. You know what I mean? The White House spokesperson already said that those three, the brothers and the sisters who died in the drone strike, she came out in the press conference and said they gave their life for this administration. Biden sent them to die then. That's what she said, literally. Not for the country, not for justice and equality, not to secure freedom, but for this administration. They're already turning the thing political. You get the point? It's going to be an interesting year. Just continue listening to what Commander Yahanna is saying, because he said it last year and you're already seeing the nonsense is already happening. You know what I mean? So let's go.
This is Daniel chapter 7. Daniel chapter 7 and verse 25.
Mm-hmm.
And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws. And they shall be given into his hand until a time and times the dividing of time.
All right. So this is definitely a precept for the oppressor, right? This is a precept for the oppressor, especially in this political climate. This is a good precept that you can use. All right. You want to read it one more time?
Daniel 7 and 25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High.
All right. You can stop right there. He shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High. Who is doing that primarily? The so-called oppressor, which is the white man, right? The devil the Bible speaks of. He's the one that speaks against the Lord. How does he speak against the Lord? The Lord said pork is an abomination. The white man called it the other white meat, right? He says being LGBTQ is an abomination. It's against God's laws, just like it's against the law in, Saudi Arabia, just like it's against the law to bring in marijuana into Russia, like Brittany Griner found out. God's laws are actual laws. People think these are something you could negotiate. People think this is something you could, you could just somehow just get by on. It's a law, like in any country, in any territory, there's a law. God's law said this is against the law of the land. The white man called it an alternative lifestyle. It's a lifestyle. It's just different to what you have, right? He seeks to speak against the Most High at every single turn. Every single turn he does it. He speaks against the Most High by what? Pushing atheism, pushing these different religions. Everything he does in his society is really against the Lord. After this one, I'm going to pull another precept for you to go with it, all right? All right, go ahead.
And think to change times and laws.
Right? And as he's speaking against the Lord, as he's speaking against the Most High and what the Most High stands for, he proceeds to change times and laws. He proceeds to change the times and the laws. What is that referring to? Go ahead.
Is it referring to like daylight saving times and whatnot?
You could use that for your daylight saving times, because daylight saving times is only in, as far as I know, America and certain parts of Europe. UK observe it too, right? But the rest of the world, they ain't, no daylight saving time. Go ahead.
And also the middle of the night goes into another day.
The middle of the night goes into another day. I'll take that, because why? Genesis says what? The evening and the morning is a day. So really the day starts at sundown. You understand? When the sun goes down during the daytime, 6:30, 5:30 now. In the summertime, it'll be what, 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. Some places it's 10 o'clock at night. I think in UK is shit. You could get sunset around 10 p.m. in the summertime, right? Or closer down in the summertime. It'd be bright very, very late, or bright early in the morning, super early, like 4 or 5 in the morning, bright. It depends on where it is. But the Bible says the evening and the morning. So when the sun goes down and it's dark out, that's the evening. It's evening out. That's when the next day starts. The next day starts then, and the morning is also part of that next day. So when that morning is over, when that daylight is done, that's the end of that day and the beginning of a day, right? That's why our feast days start at what time? Sundown. But for the white man, for the oppressor, his holidays or his high holy days start when? Midnight. Christmas, midnight. New Year's, the ball count down, midnight. Everything is, midnight is the time when that's not the time. All right, what else?
Also, they changed the new year comes in the middle of winter.
That's right. The new year comes in the middle of winter. When, according to the Bible, the new year is around Passover time. Passover, I believe, is 14 days. 14 days after in the first month. 14 days or 12. 14, I believe. 14 days after the first month. In the first month, that's Passover. So then 14 days before is the new year, according to the Lord, when things are new, when things are blooming and green. Right? Anything else?
When they change in the laws, they say a man can marry a man or a woman can marry a woman.
They changed even before that, they changed the law to say what? Marriage is the ring. Marriage is the ring and the contract. You get the point? Not sex is marriage. You get the point? They don't change the law. So even from before that. And the thing with life is the scriptures say one bit of leavening puffeth up the whole lump. In the world, people say one bad apple spoil the whole bunch. It's damn near the same premise of once you start deviating a little bit, over time, that distance becomes so great. And you'll wonder how you get all the way over here. Like everybody watching the Sexy Red today, or the who else is, they look at the only mumble rap and everything like that, and saying how far gone, how bad it was. But that shit started way back. That shit started long, long ago. Who was this? Is it Shaka Khan? There's videos of Shaka Khan on the damn TV with a see-through netted vest with the whole titties out. I think it's Shaka Khan. Shaka Khan, right? You know what I'm talking about? You don't know what I'm talking about. I'm the only one to see the video. Y'all being hypocrites now, man. Come on, man. There's a whole video with her performing, brother, and she's in a netted vest. I believe it's Shaka Khan. I think it's her.
Oh, so Kazak, I said Khan is Shaka.
So what, Kazak? God damn, they have me up here looking like I nasty or something now. Like I dreamed the video. It's Shaka Khan when she was an old tiny thing, short like this bottle here, tiny, small. And she performing, and it's a vest she have on. See, brother, everything outside her. Everything is outside. So now to come down here now and just blame them, not giving them a pass, not giving this generation a pass, but just, it ain't just them. It started before. This is the branch. Like, if we go in parallel together, and you just turn your wheel a little bit, and then we drive 10 miles down the road, I'll still be going straight. You'll be over here. If I do 100, I'll still be here. You'll be over there. Just from that little turn right here. And that's really what happened with our life. Our life happened from before that little turn, mainly integration. And now this is what we have. You get the point? So now taking it back, this oppressor, he's changing laws, and he's been doing it gradually. Right? They have something called the Zionist theory, or the Zionist something, where they have something called gradualization. You could Google it. Whoever online and got some time, just Google it. It's the Zionist theory or something, but it's called gradualization, where they have a idea they want to push onto the world. You can't just come the next day and say, okay, this is how it's going to be. You have to gradually introduce it, right? Like now you have women who would say, I don't need a man. I just need a baby. Once again, the whole sexy red thing, right? They're putting that in her face, but it took something to get there. There was once a time a woman would never, ever even think like that, right? The sister who was on this damn TV show, Salakia, from Chicago, JJ. What's the show? Good Times. Remember, she had to fight to get the role of a husband on the show. The initial people wanted her to be a single mother, and she said she's not putting that out there. She had to fight for that. Now, can't get a man, don't need a man, don't want one. That's over time until it becomes the norm now. Like it's normal. It's a normal thing right now for that to happen, and it's gradualization. So they start changing laws because all these things lead to something else. That's him. He changes the times, he changes the laws, the years, introducing them 2 months, July and August. What else with the time? Something else that was just on my mind with the time. Of course, he had the daylight savings. Yeah, but I think that's it. I think you had everything there. You get the point? And of course, changing the laws, changing policies, changing the way how things are. This is the oppressor. Go ahead.
It's like Yahanna says, if I may, is that the same way they're starting to desensitize pedophilia?
Yeah, and okay, you saying starting. That's the whole gradualization effect. You think they're starting? They've been doing that. Let me tell you when they started it. Everybody remember He-Man? Yeah, that's child molestation. Why should I be looking at a grown man in drawers as a child? It sounds funny. It sounds absolutely funny. But in libraries right now, what do you have as reading time? You have a full-out transvestite in drawers reading to your children in a library. Now the picture get clear. But at one time, this was for kids. You had He-Man and you had the female version. I forget the female version. And she in some old leotard, the She-Ra. She in some leotard, something. And they're literally naked on the screen. They're naked. You wouldn't let your children watch Arnold Schwarzenegger with some, white woman on the screen not dressed right. Why is a cartoon? Because it's a cartoon? Just because it's a cartoon is normal? They're normalizing things that's not normal. You get the point? It's just not normal for that thing to happen. Just think of everything. Certain things, brother, and it's just because you're in this society. I remember Commander Yahanna said it some years ago when he was telling us about all the trips he would take with the different head priests over to Egypt, over to Israel. And he would talk about how the society is so less sexual than here. And you don't realize it until you go to a place where being sexually bombarded is not normal. And you realize just how much they put in your face, the whole sex and selling it, and it's in the commercials and it's everywhere. It's just everywhere. And you wonder why somebody stick their face in sexy red behind on TV. It's gradualization. And it comes from him changing the laws. He starts small. See, he starts so small where you like, that ain't nothing. It's nothing. Ha ha ha, He-Man, ha ha. That ain't nothing. No, I ain't trying to scar your childhood. But I'm just explaining to you how the thing starts. The thing starts a certain way, and it's to get you to a point. He always plans for what? 50, 100 years later. You're lucky if you meet somebody planning for retirement today in the black community. Most people just plan for the end of the week. When that time comes. These devils, brother, are planning for future generations. The policies they put in place now is not for you and I. You get the point? They're changing their laws. They're changing it. Read again from the top.
And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws.
Right? And he shall speak great words. I skipped that part. And wear out the saints. He will wear out the saints. Who are the saints? I need the precept. Give me the book of Psalms. Give me Psalms. Hold on. Psalms. Give me Psalms 148 and 14. I think that's the one.
This is Psalms chapter 148, verse 14.
That's it. That's it.
He also exalteth the horn of his people.
The horn of his people. He exalted the horn of his people. Go ahead.
The praise of all his saints, even of the children of Israel.
Right? The saints are the children of Israel. That's what it means to be a saint. A saint means you come from the house of Israel. A saint is not somebody the Vatican puts in power. A saint is not Mother Teresa. It's not Saint Benedict. It's not Saint Francis of Assisi. It's the 12 tribes of Israel. You get the point? That's who a saint is. It's the 12 tribes of Israel. Go ahead.
A people near unto him.
A people near to him. A saint is an Israelite. Right? Let's get back to the other one.
This is Daniel 7:25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High.
And he shall wear out the saints. As he's speaking these great words against the Lord, he is wearing out the saints of the Lord. What does that mean? What does he mean when he says he's and shall wear out the saints of the Lord? What's he talking about? Who knows? Sis?
Is that like hardening?
Say again?
Hardening the burden on them? Like
we have one of them other remote mics. Just so everybody hear you. I know online they be saying sometimes they can't hear you all in the class. You could probably keep one over there. Just make sure to turn it off when you finish, all right? Show how to turn it on and off. No, sir. Go ahead, sis.
Hardening the burden on them.
That hardening the burden. Go ahead. It's on? Go ahead. It's not going to come through the speaker. It goes into the online so they can hear you clearer. Go ahead.
So like having a slave on a regular basis for pennies.
Say that last part.
For pennies, having a slave on a regular basis.
They're going to put you in a slavery where you can't even survive. Right? You can't even survive and they're wearing you out. Your parents could have survived when, back in the 50s, the 60s, probably even up to the 70s. There was some sort of survival up until that point. From around that point onwards, it's been more difficult, even up until now, where it's just, you worn out, you're tired. He'll wear out the saints. Anything else? Any other way of wearing out the saints? Occupation. In some neighborhoods, there's 2 police cars outside your apartment building with the sirens on, not the sound, but the lights flashing all night. They don't give a damn if you sleep or not. It's just there. It's just on and it's flashing. Just going. Only in certain neighborhoods. Other neighborhoods, they ain't even there. But that's there. So you in your room and this thing just going. Then the whole psychological thing of you seeing a cop car and sirens, you may not feel it, but your brain is processing this as something's wrong. But you may not feel it. But over time, You're stressed. Over time, you're fully stressed. What's up? The problem?
No lie, sir. It's just getting a...
You getting feedback?
Yeah, constant.
You know, sweat. Right. Over time, you get stressed out. You get fully stressed. You get the point? Go ahead on, because you had your hand up.
They also have it where it's not even the police car. It's just they'll have like a little station with lights.
And the light just going.
Concert.
Going. Like at some point in time, can't you just turn the light off? Can't you just turn the lights off and just keep the cameras running if you need to be seeing something or whatever? I get you're trying to deter crime. I understand that. Maybe just pay people more so they don't have to steal. How about that? How about that? How about paying people more so they don't have to steal instead of stressing people to hell out? Right? They shall seek to wear out the saints. Last week I told you all about the brother that they put to death on North Capitol in DC. A week later they released the damn body cam. I watched the body cam earlier today, brother, and the depression hit me so hard. The original report was that he didn't want to go in the ambulance. He had a mental issue. He chokehold the EMT, then jumped out the ambulance and hit under a box truck. Then came out with a piece of pipe and attacked the officer. Brother, I saw the tape out. Brother, whatever he had in his hand couldn't be no bigger than this. Maybe a little bit bigger. I don't know. But it surely wasn't something to put bullets in him for. If you're a man. If you're a man, you have a nightstick, you got a taser. You're supposed to have backup anyway following this thing. And apparently this officer, they say, is the most senior trained crisis officer. That's who they call in a mental crisis. I mean, the brother didn't have to die, but that's to wear Israel out. That's to do what? So that you see that you know how to act, Negro. You know what we'll do to you. You fully see it. It traumatizes you, and it's wearing you out. And now what it does, it makes us so much closer to just giving it up for nothing. How many times you see the news, something happened, and it's like, damn, why that brother do that? Why that sister do that? Why they give up their life for nothing? They worn to hell out. You also saw the tape with the sister in Mississippi with the kid in the let's call them things they push in the no, not the stroller. When you go grocery shopping, the grocery cart. We getting some feedback? I don't know where it's coming from. All right, from the grocery cart, right? Is it the other mic? Maybe is it on? Maybe it's on.
It's all the way down.
No sweat. That's it. Right? Nah, it's all good, sis. We did this new equipment we're trying out here. Right? She had the boy in the cart, in the grocery cart, and not giving her a pass again. These things I'm saying is not giving anyone a pass. It's so that you understand what's going on with your people. Because if you don't understand what's going on with your people, you will start taking up the understanding of the oppressor towards your people. Right? She came in there in I think it was Alabama, I believe. That date was a high of 30-something or lower 19. The boy's in diapers. And he's in the cart, shaking her, shivering. It's this place, he will seek to wear out the saints. He will wear us to hell out. He will wear us to hell out. Right now, the Jewish man is bombing the Palestinians. Who do the Palestinians hate? Us. Who do they attack? Us. He will seek to wear out the saints. That's who we are. That stress you feeling every day? It's by design. Go ahead, Huck.
And even those videos that was coming out in the Lua, Mississippi. Where the videos in prison, where the water is brown, the toilets are all stopped up. They don't even have fresh water in prison,
and they have to drink that.
Constant.
They have to drink that because you're thirsty. Thirst is something that's harder to escape than hunger. You could go longer without food, but that water is something else. You know what I mean? They will seek to wear the saints out. They'll just seek to wear you just because it's you. Anybody else, they have compassion. Anybody else, there's understanding. But you, Oh nah, you don't work hard enough. You in pain? Nah, nigga, you a nigga. You could handle pain. They will seek to wear out the saints. Go ahead.
Okay. It's like and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws.
And think to change times and laws. We already went through that part, right? Go ahead.
And they shall be given into his hand until a time and times and the dividing of time.
And they shall be given into his hands for what?
Until a time and times and the dividing of time.
Until a time and the dividing of time. Hold on. Right, and shall read that last part again.
And they shall be given into his hand until a time and times and the dividing of time.
And shall be given into his hand until a time and dividing of time. Meaning, this oppressor he is given power over us for a time. A time and 2 times and a time and a half. Damn near, think like that. Just think for a time, another time, and then a dividing a time. Just think like a time and a time and a time and a half. He gonna have power over us for a period of time. He's going to have power over us for a period of time. This would coincide with the Renaissance, that Renaissance period. That would be the beginning of his time and his time and a half over us. Because before the Renaissance was what?
The Dark Ages. The
Dark Ages, where it was called Dark Ages because we ruled. Just like the Great Depression. We wasn't depressed, America was. You get the point? So that would coincide with that. This would also coincide with I don't want to paraphrase wrong. The serpent bound up in the great pit for 1,000 years, and then he shall be let loose. I think that's in Revelation. That coincides with this as well. He's given power for a time. He's given power over us, and that's good to know because why? Why is that good to know? Why is it good to know that he is given power over us? Go ahead, sis.
Because it could be taken away.
Exactly. Because that power could be taken away. That power he had over us could be taken away from him. You understand? Once we understand that, once again, understanding everything is everything. Being able to understand, you start to see things now. You start to really get to how this gets this way and how I could make it get this way and how I get here. Half the frustration of what you go through presently is because why? You can't understand it. The phrase is, why me? Why is this happening? You just lack understanding. It's not far-fetched. 9 out of 10 times you deserve it to happen to you. And this is why. Now, once you understand why, your anger and frustration starts to subside. And now you start being like, well, if that's the case, let me start doing this now. Let me start going over here now. Let me not go over here now. Let me do things differently so that the condition could change. And that's the benefit of knowing that the Lord gave him power. The Lord could take it away. Right? You have any more?
That's it on 25, sir.
All right. Also, with that one, give me 2 Thessalonians. Chapter 2. Salakia. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. And start at, you can start at 1. right? This can also go with that precept the brother was asking about.
The 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 1. Now we beseech you, brethren, by the coming of our Lord Jesus Christ, and by our gathering together unto him, that ye be not soon shaken in mind, or be troubled, neither by spirit, nor by word, nor by letter, as from us, as that the day of Christ is at hand.
Right. So this is Paul writing to the school in Thessalonia. He's saying, do not be shaken at what is happening and what will come to pass. And don't be fooled by anything, whether by a letter or epistle from us. Meaning, Paul taught those men one thing. He's saying, if I turn around and teach you something else, do not believe it.
Is that the same thing as like when head priest told told Commander General Yahanna, keep following the truth, even if I'm not following it?
Once again, that's One West, that's I.S.U.P.K. You get the point? Like the general, he was told by the head priest, even if I come tell you something different, do the same thing. And Commander General Yahanna told us that too. He told us the same thing. He said, all this I'm laying down to you. If I later on come and say something different, do not follow me. He said that. And that's the truth. That's what it is. That's how life is. You get the point? You can't deviate. You can't change, not even a little bit, which is why the UPK is so hated, because we have not changed. We have not changed. You have people, demons see us on the street and be like, I've seen you all back in the 80s in New York. He's saying the same thing. That's literally what the demon confessed in Baltimore. I saw you all back in the 80s talking that same shit, and you're still talking it today. The demon confessed that. So where all these other groups come from? If the demon know this is the home of the truth, where they come from? You get the point?
Yeah,
sure. Here, keep going. Yep, chapter. Keep going up.
Verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed.
Right. Let no man deceive you by any means, because that day will not come unless there come a falling away first. What is the falling away? What is that part? What is the falling away? Who knows what that is? We want to try. Unless there come a falling away first. Go ahead.
It's like, is a falling away a disagreement in doctrine?
You're starting to be on it. You're starting to walk with it a little bit.
Is it like saying someone is going against what we've been taught?
It is going against something, but not in the context or the perspective you're thinking of. It is definitely going against something. Go ahead.
Makwala says, is it the fall of Christianity?
You answer it. You definitely answer it. Falling away is an old English expression, meaning like how people say, man, I raised up off of that, or I fell back from that. You know, I see how they're acting, so I fell back. It's the same thing, right? Go ahead.
Trooper in the 1 year says it's to remove yourself from all the lies and spirituality, taking your spirit out of America.
That's it. You're gonna have to fall away from. Give me that one there. You know what I'm talking about. On the ground. To what? Hit this here for me one time. The outside one, all right? Yeah, that's to what. You gotta fall away from this. You have to fall away from this. This image brings you to it. This image is why you trust, America, why you trust the Christian church, why you trust everything that comes out of the oppressor mouth. You have to fall away from this. You have to fall back from this. You have to ease up off of this. There must come a falling away first So that
falling away first, and that the man of sin be revealed.
That what?
The man of sin be revealed.
What happens with the falling away?
That the man of sin be revealed.
So that the man of sin could be revealed. That's the falling away. You start falling away from this world, you would realize what's really wrong with this world. The man of sin has to be revealed, because right now, nobody thinks this is him. It's like the Scooby-Doo cartoon. You think it's a real monster until they pull the damn mask off, and it's like, it was just you. It was you all the time. That's really what had to happen. The man of sin has to be revealed. And nobody want to believe who the man of sin is when this is him. This is the man who poisons your water, poisons the air, poisons your food, poisons your body. This is the man who tells your children it's okay to enter into adult relationships. This is the man who, destroyed hip-hop. This is the man who destroyed your schools. This is the man who destroyed your neighborhoods. This is the man who destroyed your life. You think it's you. You look in the mirror and you hate yourself. You walk down the street, you hate the next brother or the next sister. You think it's you. It's him. And once you realize that, now you could have a life. Now you could have a life. You brothers, you arguing with your rib, you can't understand her. You just sit by yourself for 1 second and you say these words: the white man is the devil. Because I'm not really arguing with her. I'm arguing with him. Because everything she coming up against me with, this bastard done told her. This bastard done made her think and believe it. And really, you're not arguing with her. You're arguing with him. Them kids that you can't control, it's because of him. Your brother who you think you can't trust, it's because of him. He is the root of everything evil. And there must come a falling away so that we could reveal who this is. Because if you don't fall away from it, brother, you're going to blame yourself for every damn thing.
That's right.
You're going to blame yourself for every single thing. It's going to be your fault. It's your fault. Black people this. Why black people can't get it together? Why Palestine can't get it together? Why the Jewish man can't? Why Ukraine can't get it together? How come they don't ask them that? But when it's us, it's always our fault. And we have to look within. And how long you gonna blame the white man? And you that victim mentality. Where's the victim mentality for Ukraine? That Zelensky always begging for money, begging for money, always begging, just begging. Why he can't go get a job? Why you gonna go get jobs? Make something and sell. And that's what they tell us. But once again, because of that image, brother, we'll blame ourselves and not him. Go ahead.
The son of perdition.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 4. Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God.
Hold on. The son of perdition. What's the son of perdition mean? What does that mean? What does the son of perdition mean? Who knows? What does the son of perdition mean? I'm gonna type it in if you need to. If you know it.
There's a couple of answers online.
Go ahead.
Yahanna says man of sin. Trooper Nwanyala says utter destruction. Makola says son of sin.
The son of sin. What's the other one?
Utter destruction and man of sin.
Utter destruction. Perdition is destruction, right? Perdition is destruction, disaster. You could put sin in there too. And the man of perdition, the man of destruction, like he's the man. That's the oppressor. He's the one that needs to be revealed. He is the man of destruction. He's the son of evil. That's him. He's the one that's wrong. Like old school people would know it. Once they start moving in the neighborhood, just watch out. Watch out. You get the point? Go ahead. Any more? Oh, it's like you're going to do something?
No, I have time, sir.
Okay, no sweat. Do your thing.
Verse 4. Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God.
Right? Now, this is going on to that Daniel 7:25. Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God. That's why he said he speak against the Lord. He opposeth the same son of perdition, this man of destruction. He opposeth and exalteth himself above everything that is called the Lord. What is everything that's called the Lord in this case? Us. He opposes us and everything we do and everything that the Lord says to do. That's him. Right? Go ahead.
Come on. Or that is worshipped, so that he, as God, sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God.
No, come on, break that down. Read again from the top.
Verse 4. Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he, as God, sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God.
All right. Break it down.
So like, if I could, it's saying that he's showing Israel, us, that he's God by sitting, by calling himself Jewish, and showing the world that Jesus Christ is that paley face.
Exactly.
White man.
Exactly. That's it. And he's him sitting in the temple of God. What does that mean?
So like, is it saying like when he said in the temple of God? Well, I'm not saying the Vatican is God, but they're calling it, a holy place, and a white man is sitting in there. So is that what they're saying?
Go ahead, sis.
Would it be Israel?
What do you mean?
How they taking over our land?
No. Because remember, Israel is not a place. Israel is a people. There was Israel long before that land. The land had a name before we called it Israel. It's called the land of Canaan. Israel is a people long before it's a place. Know ye not that your bodies are the temple of God? He's sitting in your chest until you come through this door. He is in your brain. He's in your chest. He's in your eyes. He's in your mouth. He's in you. His spirit is in you. He is. That's why I say you have to understand what's going on with your people so you could see, you could actually really see your people and see you. Once you don't understand, you see yourself and your people through the oppressor's eyes. And now, well, we just had to get rid of these gang members. Just kill all of them. We gotta do this. They're just, whatever. These immigrants, just, whatever. And you be so amazed, like you see black people talking like that. And you be like, but these are your people. Because he sitteth in the temple of God as God. You understand? That's what's going on. That's the otherwise known as what? In your forehead.
Mark of the beast.
Otherwise known as the mark of the beast. That's that. Otherwise known as that. In the spirit. You understand? Go ahead.
So if I could, the mark of the beast was here long before the so-called technology was supposed to be in your hand and in your head.
Oh, hell yeah.
People were thinking it was.
Oh, hell yeah. It definitely was. It absolutely was. Mark of the beast is not a microchip for everybody who think it is. You get the point? A microchip didn't put you in slavery. A beast did. And he has a mark. He has a mark. He has something that you know him by. Right? So that's it. This would go with it just to help you understand Daniel 7:25. All right. That okay, then the other one. No, the other one is a little bit long. I could probably give you some of it. I probably can't do all tonight. All right. Is there any other question? Anybody else have any other question? No, this is from the Wanyala. The Wanyala. Let's move from Jeremiah. I'm gonna try to come back to it before the class is over. All right.
Then we have a question from Aliza. It says, Lord Christ, out of one, can I get a breakdown on Matthew 24, 20, and 21?
Let me get that real quick.
This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 20. But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be.
Okay, read which verses was that?
That was 20 and 21, sir.
20 and 21. Give me like 19. Now Matthew 24, just a little backdrop, of course, is read from just verse 3 so everybody would could just catch up.
Verse 3, sir?
Yeah, Matthew 24 and 3.
This is Matthew 24, verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privily, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world?
Right. So this is the disciples asking our King Yahushua, when shall be the things he prophesy about come to pass? When will be the end of the world? When will be the signs of it? So then he starts to run down the signs: wars, rumors of wars, earthquakes in diverse places. And now we end up to, where's the verse he wanted? 20 and 21. Right. Read let me see if it's 19. Give me from 17.
Verse Matthew 24, verse 17.
No, hold on. Okay. Give me from, this is all kind of Daniel related questions. This is Nawani Allah too? Aliza, no sweat. Okay, give me from 13.
Matthew 24 and verse 13. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved.
Right? That everybody knows that scripture. He that endures to the end, the same shall be saved. Endure by what? Endure by obeying God's laws and suffering, being sidelined, and the whole persecution and oppression and everything that can marginalize that comes with obeying the Lord. You get the point? You endure all of that until the very end, he'll be saved. Go ahead.
Verse 14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations. And then shall be,
and this gospel shall be preached unto all the world for a witness. Against what?
Unto all nations.
Unto all nations. Go ahead.
And then shall the end come.
And then shall the end come. So as this thing happening, we're going to be out there prophesying. And once all nations get it, you know what I mean? And why all nations? Why say all nations? Go ahead.
Because we're in all nations.
We in all nations. We are part of everybody, right? Them three Israelites who lost their lives in Esau's military, they were all from Georgia. They were the children of slaves. They didn't die in Decatur, Georgia. They didn't die on what was that famous Peachtree Street in Atlanta. They didn't die there. What you was gonna say?
Stone Mountain.
They didn't die, you know what I mean? They died somewhere. Who knows where? I don't even know where they died. What is that? Yemen? Jordan. With some heathens out. Died over there. For what? Then shall the end come. We prophesying until this whole thing get out. Then shall the end come. Keep going.
Verse 14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations. and then shall the end come.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 15. When ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet, stand in the holy place.
Mm-hmm.
Whoso readeth, let him understand.
Right? Well, who knows what this is talking about? What is this talking about here? When he say, when you shall see the desolation of abomination, stand in the holy place. What is that talking about? Go ahead.
When the stuff hits the fan, come to the school.
That's what I would say for today. Hell yeah. Don't wait till the shit hit the fan. Don't wait till the stuff hit the fan. Because get the PG rated, but he said when the stuff hit the fan, don't wait. Like, listen, it just got to be about 10 years ago. That 7 and H camp, it used to be right next to the arch, the China arch. It's not where we are right now. We moved from that corner because they built something there. So we on the other side of that corner. There was a brother with braids. He used to come and listen to the camp every Friday, faithfully. Just lean up on the arch and he listened. I'm not coming for hours listening. And one day we packing up. I forget which general. I want to believe it's General Mayak. Ask him, you know, we got class. We got class. We got class. He could come to class, you know, brother. I see you out here all the time. And he said, I know. I'm just waiting till the revolution start. Then I'll be with you. I was like, all right, don't sweat. Don't wait. Don't wait. Come when you can find us now. Come when you say Siri, I.S.U.P.K. When the revolution starts, you're going to be like, Siri is not here, nigga. She ain't here. Siri bombed. Don't wait. And he would just come and listen. He would just come and listen. And that's you know, once again, that's from not understanding. A lot of people think it's like you have time and you know, when that time comes, you'll do the radical shit. You're not going to, because it's radical. You had to get trained in this thing. The thing had to become part of you, like being a conformist was part of you. Get the point? Like when you was a child, think about what you used to get yelled at for doing. What used to get yelled at for doing the most? What was the most thing you would get yelled at for when you was a little child? It's real simple.
Not going to bed.
Not going to bed, not sitting still, not doing your work. You know what I mean? Go ahead, sis, you're going to say something? Talking too much. It's the way, brother, you don't even realize the witchcraft. This man is sitting in your chest so much. The way you parent is how he wants your kids to be, not how you want them to be. You think that's how you want them to be. You don't even know how you want your kids to be. People realize that after they send the child to school to get the degree and they're working in McDonald's, because the degree they have, it's not marketable. Why you choose that degree? Why? When they say, why you chose that degree? Because my parents said so. Everything about our life is from his perspective. So if you wait until some magical alarm come on in the sky for you to get radical, no. There's some things you have to be there to learn. You understand that you have to be there to learn it, to experience it. There's some things you're not going to learn, not even in the classroom. You understand? There's some things you're going to learn in the class. Just like somebody who's ever been learning online and then they come to actual physical class. They'll tell you it's a whole different thing. Then there's people who only went to class and they never stood in camp. Or they stood in the crowd, but they never was behind the damn signs facing the crowd. That's something totally different now. There's a lesson learned in all of that. You think you'll just see the revolution start? All right, it's time. Christ here. Where them brothers at? And you'll be like the men who was doing it? No, you're not. First off, you're going to be scared like everybody else. Because what you have in your head about how this thing gonna go, is not how this thing is going to go. You understand? It's absolutely not. So now here, let's get back to this one. Read it one more time.
Verse 14. So I get verse 15. Then ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation, spoken of by Daniel the prophet, stand in the holy place. Whosoever readeth, let him understand.
Right? When you see the abomination of desolation spoken by Daniel, stand in the holy place. It'll tell you what do you have to do after. But this, I'm gonna give it just for time's sake. The abomination of desolation is when the prophet Daniel prophesied this. The brother who asks about the question in Daniel, he'll read it as he keeps reading on. The abomination of desolation was when the prophecy of Vespasian and his son Titus with the Roman army, the 70 AD destruction. This was 70 years after Christ, when the Romans came into Jerusalem and sacked Jerusalem and occupied Jerusalem and did something that was very famous, where they put a pig on our altar and sacrificed the pig there. That's the abomination of desolation. And when it stands, meaning what? At one time, that shit couldn't stand. Which was that time? The Romans tried, the heathens tried to do that before, put a pig on our altar, and it did not stand.
It was with the Maccabees.
With Matthias Maccabees and his son Judas Maccabees. That did not stand. And you see what happened. Daniel is prophesying there's going to come a time where that is going to stand. Where they're going to come in here and they're going to do what the hell they want, and nobody will be able to do anything about it. Come on. You was going to say something? Nobody will be able to do anything about it. Keep going. And just so you know, that already happened. This was the 70 AD destruction. Go ahead.
Verse 16. Then let them which be in Judea flee into the mountains.
When you see that stand, everybody who is in Judea, leave and go to the mountains. Go ahead.
Let him which is on the housetop not come down to take anything out of his house. Neither let him which is in the field return back to take his clothes.
When that thing happened, don't go pack. You on your house top, leave. You at your slave, don't go to your house. Leave. So you thinking you got time when the revolution start. Christ is already telling you. When that should happen, brother, it's a wrap. It's time to rule. Go ahead.
Verse 19. And woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days.
Right? Christ is saying, woe to them, destruction to them that are with child and give suck in those days. With child meaning she's pregnant. Give suck meaning she made the baby, but the baby is not, a 10-year-old that could run with you. This is a baby at a carry. You're giving suck. Why woe?
Because it's going to slow you down.
She ain't going to be able to move like that. She ain't going to be able to roll like that. He said flee to the mountains. She had problems going up the stairs with that baby. What mountain we talking about? Rugged conditions outside, infections. What are we talking about? And a woman's body takes on a tremendous toll with children. She's going to need a lot of rest. If she don't get the rest, she don't produce milk, which means the baby can't eat. Which means you gotta bury that child soon. Woe unto you in those days. Those days is coming right back. Not the abomination of desolation, but it's going to be a time. It's just going to be so bad. It's going to be horrible because he is seeking to wear out the saints. Come on.
It's like if I could, it was
Go ahead.
upon a time when I
Go ahead.
Yeah, kind of. So I was where I actually climbed the mountain, and that was no small feat.
No, and he was training.
Kind.
Yeah. So imagine a civilian arc. Imagine a civilian. Imagine the whole selfie squad stopping to take selfies. Rough. It's gonna be rough. You fleeing. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be rough. It's going to be a rough situation, right? That's what he's describing here. Let's keep going.
Verse 20. But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day.
Understand that thing. Pray that your flight is not in the winter. neither on the Sabbath day, because brother, it's bad. You get the point? Pray ye that your flight, it's winter time, brother. Don't think winter like 60 degrees outside. Think winter like what was here a couple days ago, where it was just even I think earlier this week. This was 40 outside. That meteorologist was lying. That bitch was probably about 28. It was the wind was kicking that thing down. They're talking about those 40s, low 40s. No, nigga, I know what low 40s feel like. You was lying to Negroes. It was cold as shit out there. You get the point? Imagine that. Imagine this thing. As a perfect analogy for this. Just imagine being in the migrant caravan now, and they take you from warm Texas or warmer Texas and ship you to somewhere where you ain't even prepared for the weather. Whether they were child, suckling, whatever, you had to move. You just have to go. It's rough. Go ahead.
Verse 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time. No, nor ever shall be.
Then it will be great tribulation. It's going to be the greatest tribulation you ever going to see. You get the point? That you ever going to even hear about or see or witness. And it's going to be rough. All right. So that there was a continuation from Christ referring to Daniel's prophecy. But best believe that time is coming back again. Because why? He is giving you this as part of where the disciples is asking him, when shall be what? Read verse 3.
Verse 3. Sorry, Matthew 24, verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall the signs of thy coming and of the end of the world?
Right. He's telling them, he's making reference to these things as part of the signs of him returning, which is what's going on now. He's beginning to return now, the signs of the end of the world, of what shall be, etc. You get the point? All right. Any more? Or because I could start on a topic now before the time go.
There's a few more questions.
Okay.
Salaki Kapab Nathi Howard says, Salaki, sir, can I get a breakdown on Genesis chapter 6, 4 through 9? Also another one, Trubin Wanyal says, can I get some sex is marriage scriptures? And then we have another one, Salaki. Isaiah 30 and 15.
Okay, I'm gonna try to get them on.
This is Genesis chapter 6 and verse 4. There were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men, and they bare children to them. The same became mighty men which were of old, men of renown.
Okay, no sweat. Go ahead.
That was verse 4. You want me to keep going to 9?
No, where you at, Genesis? What?
Genesis 6 and verse 4.
All right, let me catch up. All right, real quick, I'm gonna try to answer these quick because I would like to get on the topic a little bit before we had a close out. All right. Right at 9 p.m. Tune into Command and Journey Yahanna live. Command and Journey Yahanna on YouTube. Make sure you go subscribe. Check the page out now ASAP. At 9 p.m. Make sure you all go over there and check out that live. You're gonna be on tonight. It's gonna be a good session going on. Like it, share, and subscribe. All right. Genesis 6 and 1?
6, 4 through 9.
6, 4 through 9. Okay, I'm with you.
It's Genesis chapter 6, verse 4. There were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men, and they bare children to them. The same became mighty men which were of old, men of renown. And God saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually.
Right. That's where she wanted it from. 4
through 9, sir.
4 through 9. Okay, damn, that's a lot. All right, let's see. Go ahead.
Verse 6. And it repented the Lord that he had made man on the earth, and it grieved him at his heart. And
Go ahead, Salak, yeah.
And the Lord said, I will destroy man whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast, and the creeping thing, and the fowl of the air, for it repented me that I have made them. But Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. These are the generations of Noah. Noah was just man. Noah was a just man and perfect in his generations. And Noah walked with God.
Okay, great. All right, let me get this breakdown. From verse 4, typically people in the world try to use this to say that there were, men who stood 20 feet tall. Right? They try to say that, like them giants from Game of Thrones, they try to say that was real. And those men walked the earth at some point in time. That's not true. All right. There's giants on the earth right now. Give me an example.
Sure.
Well, that's a literal giant. There's a whole group of giants on the earth. They're called the New York Giants. Right? If you're looking for giants, they call the New York Giants, and there's some 5'5" men playing for the New York Giants. But he is a New York Giant, right? Giant in this context does not constitute somebody who's 20 feet tall, right? Come on. I am not a giant. I am a mere mouse in this world, Jack. Don't try to get me struck down. I'm beyond that. Listen, I'm not that. I'm a tool for the Lord, brother. And that's all I do. Do what the hell I'm told and what I'm taught to do and get checked. Hell. Right? But there's giants on the earth right now. You get the point? There's this giant in this context is not talking. And people are so carnal. They think they see giant, it means somebody who is 50 feet tall. They think when they read the scripture, the star of Chion, they think star. That's why they think this is a star when a star is a ball of gas. When a star is somebody famous, like the Hollywood stars, or who's starring in that movie, right? Giant is somebody who had a huge reputation in the earth, somebody who was well-renowned, somebody who is bigger than life. You get the point? Michael Jackson was a straight-up giant. This nigga was a giant. They say his concerts, after his concerts, the whole front row smelled like piss. That whole front row and Broads was screaming and yelling. It smelled like piss because them girls was passing out when they see him, and he come on stage and he just strike a pose, and the music just stopped, and they just scream, Michael, and fall out. And girls is pissing on themselves. They had to push them over the top to the front of the stage. He's a giant. You get the point? He's bigger than life. He has an effect that's just, it's ridiculous, the effect he has. You get the point? There's certain people who command that type of power on the earth, and they are giants in the earth. You get the point? They're so big. They're so, it's not talking about their physical size. This is talking about the power they command or the renown. Right? Read it one more time.
Come on. This is Genesis chapter 6 and verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
There were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men,
mm-hmm.
and they bear children to them. The same became mighty men which were of old, men of renown.
Right. The same became mighty men, which were men of old, men of renown. These were the children of. Let me back up a little bit. They were giants in the earth, meaning this was a time where there were real famous, powerful people in the earth who were giants, who were just so powerful, so just have so much power. right? And also, in addition to that, the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men. Who are the sons of God? No sweat. No sweat. It says.
Israel?
Well, at this time, there wasn't Israel, because this is with the time of Noah. You answer it, though. These would be the sons of Adam, right? Because why? Adam was not the first man on the earth. Neither was he the only man on the earth. There were other people. Adam was the first man who the Lord gave the truth to. He gave him life. He, pulled him out the earth. But there were still other people. So now Adam's lineage had the truth from the Lord in terms of the law, our culture. And from that perspective, when I say truth, he did not have that Holy Spirit. How you know that? Because Adam sowed fig leaves. He wanted to be like the other nations. Him and Eve, right? They didn't have that Holy Spirit, which is to be separate. You understand? But they had the knowledge of the Lord, the laws, right? So the sons of Adam, Adam's lineage. Adam, he had Cain and Abel. Cain killed Abel. Then they had another son called Seth. From Seth's line all the way down, Seth had sons, and the Lord chose sons from Seth's sons all the way down, and Noah comes from that lineage of Adam. From Adam to Seth all the way down to Noah. So the sons of God had sex with the daughters of men because we've always wanted the other nations. It's no different today than your ball players going after these white girls or these Arabs or Armenians like Kim Kardashian. It's no different. Kanye West, Kim Kardashian took his soul with them kids. He complained, he put on the little Jew hat for a second, talk that old radical shit, and then go right back and find who? A broad look just like her, even nastier, walking with her titties out. Get the point? He's a giant. Like, think about it. He leave Adidas, they lose how much billion? 2.7 billion or 50 billion? I forget how much, way more than I could count. One man, he's a legitimate giant. He's marrying the daughters of men. You understand? Like, these is common bros. This Kim Kardashian is trash. She can't do anything. She got famous off of being around black people. But she herself can't command anything. She can't do anything herself without us. That's who he decided to go marry. Scottie Pippen married that Larsa Pippen. And she's having sex with Michael Jordan's son. And is continuously talking about this brother sexually in the public. She's older. He's older. That's the piece of trash he married, Doc. You get the point? That's who it is. Dennis Rodman, come from, I forget where city he come from, but he came from a poor place. And he became a giant in the world. And white woman. His daughter damn near looked like a white girl. She played in the women's MLS for one of them teams. She's on the women's, what do you all call soccer? She plays for the national team for America. She's good at it. Why? Because her mother is a piece of trash? Or because her father was a giant? Because they're the sons of Israel. They're the sons of God. And they made them children. And just like it's saying here, their children became mighty men, which were of old men of renown. You get the point? It's the same thing happening now. Where Israelites or the children of God going and getting these heathens, these brothers, and choosing them instead of our women, right? Interracial marriage, right? This is the beginning of why the Lord flooded the earth. Keep going.
Verse 5. And God saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually.
The wickedness of men was what? Great in the earth. It was like the giant. As big as he is, in terms of his stature and status, not stature, but his status, is how big his wickedness is. Like T.D. Jakes. P. Diddy is a giant. Look how his wickedness is. And with a daughter of man. That Cassie, I think she's a heathen, right? She Filipino or some Italian or some shit. I don't think she's a sister. She might look like a sister because, once again, that's the standard of beauty in the world. The standard of beauty is really what an Israelite woman looks like. They make you feel like it's not, but that's what it is because they're all trying to look like us. But I don't think that girl is an Israelite. Somebody could correct me if I'm wrong, please. But I don't think she is one. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 6. And it repented the Lord that he had made man on the earth.
God damn, brother. You know how rough you ought to be where he's like, I should have never made you. Imagine you have a child, you're looking at the child like, shouldn't have laid with your mother. That's rough and all that. Now that's from a man's point of view. The Lord said, I shouldn't have even made you niggas. If that's what the hell you gonna do. Go ahead.
And it grieved him at his heart. Verse 7. And the Lord said, I will destroy man whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast, and the creeping thing, and the fowls of the air, for it repenteth me that I have made them.
Right? Like it's a shame to the Lord. It repented him, meaning, go ahead.
It's like, if I could, he's saying he's so mad at man that he don't even want the birds and
the Lord is a gangster. The Lord is a gangster. Listen, everybody like the show Shutters, right? When Teddy Brock shot, I will say, I want them all dead. Kill everybody, everything. The Lord want everything dead. He ain't just, when you sin, everything. Everything. The cow breed the same air you breathe. That cow he's tainted. Everything had to go. I'll just kill everything. I'm so mad, and I want everybody to know how mad I am, which is why it's so, just turning back to the same thing we was on all night, the oppressor speaks against God. He'll tell you there is no God. And if you think there is no God, when you see things happening, you will think to yourself, it's who? Mother Nature. It's a woman having a bad day. You wouldn't think it's your father tearing the damn house up because he's angry. Because if you think that, what would you do when you see the earthquakes? If you think, damn, the Lord about to kill everybody, you think what? He's angry. What did I do? But if there is no God and it's Mother Nature, you just go on doing whatever. You just go on having whatever and doing whatever and continuing in whatever you was doing. You would not start to think to yourself, I'm pissing my father off. You would not start to think that, which is why the oppressor is so evil. Go ahead.
For it repented me that I made them. Verse 8.
Right? It repented me that I made, like he regrets doing it because it's in his face now that this shit going on. Go ahead.
But Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord.
But Noah, and just a little sidebar too, when it said repented him that he did it. Remember in Revelation, it says, Revelation, I think 12 and something, I forget exactly where. It says, now your accuser is cast down. This is after they done open the seals, and it said the Lamb, and he's the only one could open the seal, and he conquered death. It says, now your accuser is cast down, which means what? Satan is in the fourth dimension, and he's accusing you every day before the Lord, shaming Christ, talking shit back to the Lord like, this is your special people, look at him. Hey, Lord, Ski, you see Sexy Red? That's who you, no, I'm using her just because it's public example, but think about the shit you do and you ain't want nobody know about. Sexy Red, she on TV because she getting paid. Think about what you would do public if you got paid. Equally, probably more filthy. And there's somebody accusing you before the Lord, and the Lord is like, you know what? Flood the earth. Hey, Michael, come on down here, man. Kill everybody. Because I ain't taking this shit. You embarrass. Just think like a parent who child embarrassing in school. The parent feels like they have to do something to the child in front of everybody to make them know, I don't stand for this. It's a righteous thing to do. However, in today's society, you celebrate Christmas, you can't do nothing to that child. You should chill to hell out. You should chill out. Celebrating Christmas, celebrating Valentine's Day, you are alternative LGBTQ, you got your child carry a gun to school, that's your fault. You know, chill. Two of you all go take a time. You ain't in no position to, deal with that child that way when you're not righteous. You embarrassing your father. Take this embarrassment, man. You know, sweat. So like I ain't want to go off too far. Go ahead, give me verse 8.
Verse 8. But Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. For these are the generations of Noah. Noah was a just man and perfect in his generation. And Noah walked with God.
Right? Noah's lineage was just. That's what the Lord said when he say his generations. It's talking about from before him. It's Noah's forefathers. So he's saying these are the generations of Noah, and they were perfect and just, and Noah was like a friend to the Lord. So the Lord planning to do a hit, but he's saying, but them, make sure they get out.
It's like, if I could, this verse is cutting Christians when they say only Jesus was perfect.
But gosh, boy, I see you learning, boy. I see your kung fu is improving, grasshopper. Yeah, exactly. You had Noah, I think Job also, right? That's you absolutely right. You had to expand that thing. I want to see how they get out of that box. Yeah. Okay, but gosh, I see you might be ready to battle on the streets, huh? I might lay a battle out next camp. I'll be like, Bukash, come up here and cut this fool here. I see you, brother. That's for sure perfect, huh? Right? So that's what the verses is saying. I hope your sister understand. Let me get a little more. I might have to skip that topic tonight. Huh? Go ahead.
And another question from Trooper in the 1 year old says, can I get a few scriptures that sex is marriage?
Okay, no sweat. Any more after him?
There's 2 more. T. Williams, he just has Isaiah 30 and 15.
Okay.
And then there's another one, Salakia. May Williams says, good evening, men of God. Can I get a scripture breakdown on Isaiah 47 and 1? Thank you.
Most High in Christ. So, shalom to you. That was a righteous greeting right there. I almost feel I didn't deserve that one. That was good and righteous. Let me get them 2 first. No one, y'all. I'm gonna come back to you with the sex is marriage precepts. All right.
This is Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 15. For thus saith the Lord God, the Holy One of Israel, in returning and rest shall ye be saved. In quietness and in confidence shall be your strength, and ye would not.
Right, read it one more time.
Isaiah 30 and 15. For thus saith the Lord God, the Holy One of Israel, in returning and rest shall ye be saved. In quietness and in confidence shall be your strength, and ye would not.
A parent would understand this shit. A parent would understand this shit right here. In returning and rest, you would be saved, right? You need a few precepts for the rest one. I'm gonna give you it quickly. What is the Lord's rest?
Is that us?
What is the Lord's rest? Go ahead, sis.
Is that when we're following the law?
When we follow in the law, and why is it calling it his rest?
Because he doesn't have to fight with us. He doesn't have
That's it. He ain't got to pick up that belt. It's his rest. Think his rest like 6 days the Lord work. On the 7th, he shall rest. He ain't got to do none of that for, to us. We could return to him and rest. Right? What's the other part say?
For thus,
read from the top.
Isaiah 30 and 15. For thus saith the Lord God, the Holy One of Israel, in returning and rest shall ye be saved.
In returning and rest, you'll be saved. You could come home and obey my laws. You'd rather sleep under this bridge. You could come back home and just obey my laws, But you want to stay out there with this fool knocking you upside the head. Or if you're a brother with this broad whoring on you, and the men she whoring on your with, robbing your house every day. You can come right back here and get rest. Go ahead.
In quietness and in confidence shall be your strength.
And quietness and in confidence shall be your strength. You could come back in here and in quietness and in confidence, and you obey my laws and you yield to me. And that would make you strong again, because you're out here weak. Go ahead.
And ye would not.
And ye would not. What does that mean? And ye would not. What does he say in there? Go ahead.
A hard head make a soft ass.
You blatantly you rejected me at this point. It's not like you're weak and you just, I can't make it. I can't, come get me. It's not that. You could come home. I'm telling you, come home. And you would not. That's Israel. That's the children of Israel. That's you, me, and everybody else.
So like it sounds like the children of Quash.
God damn, Quash shit. Well, listen now, that's yours. They're yours. They're yours, so it's you. Hell, they're you. Listen, I was told something when I was very young in the truth, brother. Very young in the truth. You having problems with your rib? You having problems with your kids? See if you giving your camp leader or the officer over you problems. That's how you want to look at it. Your rebel listening to you? Do you obey your camp leader's orders? You'll find most of the times you're not. Your life is hell. Sisters too. Don't look over here. Don't look over here. Hell. Sisters too. Like the Lord, that's how the Lord teaches us, by putting a mirror in front of you. Most of the times you can't look at it. It's just too ugly for you. It's like, what's this? It's you. Turn your head. No, turn your head. It's you. It's you. You get the point? Okay. It's you. But you have time. Return and rest. That's all. Return and rest.
There was another question.
All right. Go ahead.
It's from Akira76. She says, why do Christian churches use Malachi 3 and 13 for tithes and offerings instead of Numbers, Deuteronomy, Genesis, and Nehemiah? Because
they're liars. That's all. I don't even know the scripture. I don't know what they're talking about. But the Christian church using the Bible for anything, they're just liars. If this Isaiah, 30 and 10, or what I'm talking about? If 30 and 20, no, the one I want. If they speak not according to this word, it's because there's no light in them. I forget where that is. It's not 30. It might be another one. If they speak not according to this word, it's because there is no light in them. All right? That's why. What's the other one you had out? It was Isaiah 8 and 20. Salakia. Isaiah 8 and 20. If they speak not according to this word, to the law and to the prophets, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them. All right. Go ahead, Art.
It's Isaiah 47 and 1.
I'm listening.
It's Isaiah chapter 47, verse 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Mm-hmm. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of Chaldeans. For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate.
All right. Whole Isaiah 52 and 2. This is you could use this as a prophecy for America. This is, read it one more time.
Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon.
Come and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Babylon is who? Babylon is America, right? But Babylon was once a place. It was a powerful place on the earth that ruled. And America is the virgin daughter of Babylon. It's like Babylon was confusion, and Babylon was the place that wanted to bring the whole earth together under one tongue until the Lord had to confuse them with the Tower of Babel and all of that. America is the virgin daughter. Virgin daughter meaning what? Untouched. This daughter, she's young, and she's of marriageable age. She could get touched, but she untouched. She young. America is what? 200 and something years old? Barely, just about. America is untouched. ain't been invaded since America. Since what, 1776? That's America. America ain't been invaded since. Ain't been bombed, Pearl Harbor. But that ain't America. That's, a peace. Pearl Harbor was where, Hawaii? Hawaii ain't really America. Salaki, if you're living over there. That bitch ain't America. That's, I mean, they ain't considering Hawaii America. They ain't doing that shit. But you get my point. It's a virgin daughter. The Lord is saying, come and sit in the mud. Come down here. It's like taking a princess out of castle and putting her to sit in the farm, on the farm with the horses, in the pigsty. Right? Come sit down here in the ground where there is no throne. You ain't gonna have no power no more. You ain't gonna have no throne to command a whole ton of power. You understand? Go ahead.
Sit on the ground.
Sit on the ground. You gotta understand, just talking to a wicked broad. Sit on the ground. Go ahead.
There is no throne. O daughter of Chaldeans, of the Chaldeans.
O daughter of the Chaldeans. The Chaldeans is those people from Babylon, right? From the Chaldeans. That's who Abraham's people were, Chaldeans. And Abraham left the religion of his fathers and followed the Lord, right? The daughter of the Chaldeans or the daughter of the Babylonians. Go ahead.
For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate.
Because you ain't gonna no more be called tender and delicate. Meaning what? America ain't gonna be that place of, milk and honey, the land of dreams no more. And really, that's really kind of going on now. It's already started, right? What's the proof? You remember at one time the American dream was alive and well? And a lot of people from the outside would strive to come to America, right? Because of the dream. And what are they saying now? This place is smokes and mirrors. What they see on TV, when they actually get to see it, it ain't what they thought. You understand? It ain't that place. America is losing its prestige. It's losing that allure, that appeal, because she's now starting to sit in the dust where there is no throne, right? That's a prophecy that's going to happen to this place. This place is going to fall. It's a prophecy for the falling of America. All right? Right? And the Chaldeans were also known for their witchcraft. They were known for witchcraft. And this place is known for what? It's witchcraft. This is the daughter of the Chaldeans, the daughter of witchcraft and treachery and trickery. It's a horrible place. You understand? All right, any more?
There's one last one from Kapabana says, Salaki, sir, if I may, is it a good example of Lord's rest? Matthew 11, 29 through 30.
Let me hear real quick.
This is Matthew chapter 11 and verse 29. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light.
I'll take that. That's perfect. That's a perfect one to go with it. There's another one too, where enter into thy rest. I forget where it is. It's somewhere in the New Testament. If I find it before class, I'll let you know. All right. Any more?
That's it for the questions.
I had to forego it. Let me get the no one yala. I had to forego the actual topic.
The Jeremiah one?
No, the one the sex is marriage precepts. Where he went to Jeremiah? What was it?
It was
9, 1 through 9 or something like that.
It was 9 to 15, 11 through 19. Jeremiah 1, 11 through 19.
Jeremiah 1, 11 through 19. My Jeremiah is in rough shape. All right, let me okay, so that was his only questions. Sex is marriage precepts, Exodus 22 and 16. Let me get that.
Is Exodus chapter 22, verse 16. And if a man entice a maid that is not betrothed, and he lie with her, he shall utterly endow her to be his wife.
Right. If a man entice a maid and he lie with her, he shall surely, and she's not betrothed, he shall surely endow her to be his wife. Endow her. You mean he'll go to that father now and pay that dowry to complete the transaction. The transaction's supposed to go where you, of course, go to her father first, negotiate with him a price for his daughter, for his trouble, for raising a girl, because you could be marrying Sexy Red. But instead, you're going to marry a young girl who's been untouched, who is, stable-minded, loyal, disciplined, not emotional. And when I say not emotional, I'm talking about context. Think about it like this. It's understood women are emotional, right? That's who you are. You have to be emotional to be nurturing. Women today are beyond emotional. They are emotional wreck. So when I'm saying non-emotional, I'm talking about not that. You're not going to get Krishan Rock. You get the boy and the girl who was with Blueface? You're not going to marry. She's emotionally unstable, which is most women today in the world, Doc. That's how they are. They're emotionally unstable. You're not going to get that because she had a father to keep her grounded. He's her weight. He's the weight that keeps her mind grounded. And now you got to go talk to him. So now he's vetting you to see if you heavy enough to keep his daughter grounded. And you go and you negotiate with him and you pay the dowry for that. All right. Give me also. Is it Jacob or Isaac? Jacob. Give me Jacob into his mother's tent. Give me Genesis 24, and you can start at 66. If you're online, go to Commanding General Yahanna now on YouTube. You're live right now. Hit that like button. You could leave the class. You can always come back watch the class later. Leave the class, go over there, hit that live, share it. Make sure it gets shared around. Let everybody see what's going on, all right? Genesis what? 24 and 66. Let's rock.
Genesis chapter 24 and 66. And the servant told Isaac all things that he had done. Mm-hmm. And Isaac brought her into his mother Sarah's tent.
Hold on. Where you at?
Now that's 67 now, sir.
Isaac, Salaki, go ahead. Read we got 24. I'm on 26, Salaki, brother. 24 and 67. Go ahead. Verse 67.
Verse 67. And Isaac brought her into his mother Sarah's tent, mm-hmm. and took Rebekah, and she became his wife, and he loved her, and Isaac was comforted after his mother's death.
Right. So now this is when Isaac took Rebekah, right, to be his wife. I believe Rebekah. This is the one who was Laban's daughter. I believe this is Laban's daughter. Hold on. Yes, Laban's daughter, who was, I think, his mother's brother, his mother's cousin or something like that. This was a relative. And in Israel, the cousins are lawful. You don't have to do it now. The family is that big. At one time, the family was small. So, of course, marrying in, your cousin is lawful. Now you have a ton of cousins. You know, Issachar is your cousin. Reuben is your cousin. Everybody's your cousin. You don't have to do that thing. You ought to go to the family reunion and be plotting. You ain't got to do that shit, nigga. The family is big and wide now. Leave them alone. All right. And just think, okay, it's a more modern time now where you know your people. But there's a time, brother, where just think, men, multiple wives, and coming from families of multiple wives with a ton of kids. Like there's the one generation before, they come from a family with 10, 12 kids. And now them have kids. They're your cousins. You have like 100 cousins. You gonna see some broad, you ain't never seen her in your life, never seen this girl in your life, and that's your cousin. No, she ain't. She ain't, because she's so bad. But it's like that. So that's not an issue. You just don't have to be so restricted now. Go ahead.
Sorry, if I could, as a football player, Terrell Owens, he liked some girl that was on his block, and then his family had to tell him, hey,
that's your cousin.
That's your sister.
Damn. You know what I mean? He didn't receive that one. He was a wide receiver. He was offsides. Right? So this is a precept too for sex is marriage. This is also a precept for anybody who trying to shame you, talking about you gotta have your own before you have a woman and all that type of shit. That ain't, where he had sex with this girl, where did he marry her? In his mother's tent. You get the point? I'm talking from the perspective of the Christians and them who like to talk shit. You get the point? That ain't got nothing to do with nothing. And once again, that's the oppressor's way. The oppressor's way is as soon as you old enough to fly, kick you out the nest. You get the point? That's not our way. That's not our way. We keep our generations. You get the point? Remember, the children of Israel took Jacob's body out of Egypt. They didn't leave that there. They took him with us. He stayed with his people. The children is there. That continuity is so powerful as a lesson and to give you a sense of belonging. Is the heathen way, especially the oppressor, the so-called white man. It's his way to cut it off. Stick a parent in a nursing home, or the child in daycare or something like that. You get the point? Not saying you're wrong for doing it. No, you're doing it because of circumstance. But many people, if they had the will, they wouldn't. If they had the means to keep the kid and do things, they wouldn't. But the oppressor, he has the means to keep everybody around, and he don't want nobody around. Right? That's not our way. Our way is not like that. So you could take these two. Is there any more? Give me the dowry. The dowry one. The dowry, hold on. Deuteronomy 22. Is it 22? The tokens of virginity. Hold on. Do you have a Bible dictionary? Bukwash? Hold on. Give me 22 and start at 14.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 22 and verse 14. And give occasions of speech against her, and bring up an evil name.
Hold on, you might have to go up some more.
Verse 13. If any man take a wife and go in unto her and hate her, and give occasions of speech against her.
No. That's not it. Hold on.
Verse 15 is where it says the tokens of the damsel.
No, that's not. This is for a different precept. Hold on.
Come on.
28.
This is Deuteronomy 22 and verse 28. If a man find a damsel that is a virgin, which is not betrothed, and lay hold on her and lie with her, and they be found, then the man that lay with her shall give unto the damsel's father 50 shekels of silver, and she shall be his wife, because he hath humbled her. He may not put her away all his days.
Right. That's the whole kit and caboodle right there. You don't lay with her, you humbled her. Why did you humble her? Why did you humble her? Why does it say it like that? Why does it say because what does it say?
Because he has humbled her.
It says she shall be his wife because he hath humbled her. That's what you want. Why does it say yeah, why does it say he had humbled her?
She submitted her body to him
in the most humbling way. She has to get naked in front of this man. And just think of society, once again, taking it back to the top of the class. She's never seen He-Man. She's never seen that thing on TV. The first time she's seen a man's body is that night. Her mind is all over the place. She excited, she's scared, she worried, she don't know, she want to go, she needs that experience. She needs to feel that thing. You understand what I'm saying? This is not, the internet and the Instagram where you could go see that now, which is why that thing is devaluing marriages and relationships so much, because it's cheapening it. You could get right now just by the push of a search bar something that you had to work for. You had to go. You had to make sure you're fresh. You had to, you gotta keep that beard looking right. That oil, that beard had to be glistening. You know what I mean? You got to get a little game. You got to be able to talk to her a certain way. You got to be able to correct her, and still you got to correct her in a way where you're turning her on with the correction, where she knows she's wrong, but she's drawn to you anyway. You got to do all of that to get sex. But now you could just search. It's just devaluing everything. We take all this away. Take the white man, take all the cartoons that show the nakedness, that starting the whole changing of things to the point where now it's just normal to see somebody shirtless or without proper pants on. That's not normal. Brother, imagine the very first time you see a physical female body is in that room that night. You know how crazy you're going to go? You're going to go crazy. Now you see how Joseph bred Mary that first night. Now you realize why it was one donor. He didn't go back either. He went in there and he get what he went for. You understand? Like, it's taking away that thing. You're giving all your energy to the devices when that thing there is made for that. Both of y'all need to feel that. And she is humble because she's shy and you're helping her through the thing. You're helping her through the thing, and she fully humble. That's why when you're next to each other in public, she could look at you and you all had that look because she know what you saw last night and how you saw her. It's humbling. It's a humbling thing. But in today's society, you all see each other and she had to look at the floor because you're not with her. You get the point? You humbled her. That's the sex. That's why she's your wife. It says it right before. All right, so the brother could take them three. Also in the Bible dictionary, is it sex or is it marriage? Hold on. Let me tell you. All right, give me a second.
There's one last question if you
could. Give me you might have to come and read this here. Okay, this is the Bible dictionary. You look up marriage, is on page 346. It's a few paragraphs down. Hold on. No, just marriage. Just give me marriage, page 345. The rest of it is good to read too for your own edification, all right? Go ahead.
This is marriage. In the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary. Marriage is an intimate personal union to which a man and woman consent.
Right? It's an intimate personal union to which a man and a woman consent. Right? They're going to consent. They're going to, since this brother want to marry you, want to marry him? She's going to say yes. Brother, I know you want to marry her. You the one made the call. You're good. Cash, whatever it is. Y'all do the thing and y'all get permission to marry. That was up to two of y'all to arrange the time. You can get married 10 years from now, whenever y'all want. I mean, when I say married, you had the sex, right? Go ahead.
Consummated and continuously nourished.
Consummated, meaning completed. The first part of it is the arrangement with the father. You pay him the dowry. Now, if you all never had sex, that marriage never happened. You get the point? This is just now the marriage is arranged. The father, you already have permission. But if you never have sex, the marriage never took place. So the marriage is consummated. To consummate something means to make something complete. To complete the deal. So marriage is go ahead.
Consummated and continuously nourished by sexual intercourse.
Right? It's consummated by sexual intercourse and continuously nourished. It's feeding the marriage is having sex with each other. That's how you feed the marriage. That's how you nourish it. That's how you nurture the marriage, make sure it grows in the right direction. Sex is marriage, right? So the brother could take all of those and use them as he see fit. All right. All right, we good?
There's one last question.
Go ahead.
From Kapal Banathi Howard, it says, Select, sir, if I may, is the word heart in Genesis 6:5-6 referring to the word mind?
I want to say yes. 9 out of 10 times. Heart in the Bible is talking about your mind, in your heart of hearts and your mind of mind, because you can't feel nothing with the heart in your chest. All right. 6 on what?
6, 5, and 6.
All right, go ahead.
This is Genesis chapter 6 and verse 5. And God saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. And it repented the Lord that he had made man on earth, and it grieved him in his heart.
Right, in his mind. Meaning like your mind, right? It grieved him in your heart. It's just the way we think. I think heart it's the sentiment is talking about like the center of you. You know what I mean? Like this thing is their focal point now. It's in your heart of hearts. It's in your mind of mind. You people do this. It hurt my heart, but it's really your mind. It's really it's on your mind. So heart means mind in this context. All right. Cool. I think we're going to clip it right there. Nawani Allah, you could definitely get them questions asked. Tomorrow's scripture breakdown, Jeremiah, I'm going to be doing it, and any other class for sure. I'm going to try to get back with this history with the Jews. All right. With that, pass the class over to Priest and Officer Bukwashia.
Security announcements. We're at I.S.U.P.K out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, and the Commanding General Yahanna. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother and sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They're to be saluted only. They are here to shut themselves of the world. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which a brother or sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, you can find this in Numbers 18:21 and Malachi 3:8-10. Means tenth in Hebrew, and it's pronounced ma'ashera. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the Treasury Department. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like to give. Upcoming Holy Convocation is Purim, is the 14th day and the 15th day of the 12th month. This will be Thursday, the 22nd of February, and Friday, the 23rd of February, 2024. You can find this in Esther 9:20-31. This year, Commanding General Yahanna will be holding the opening and the closing of Purim. He will be in South Carolina for the opening. He will be in North Carolina for the closing. So get in contact with the camp leader if you want to get the information to attend these events as well. Also, that Saturday, the 24th, Commanding General Yahanna will be holding a camp in Charlotte, North Carolina as well. We also have the Passover, the Lord's 55th annual Passover, which will be April 20th. Feast of Unleavened Bread will be April 21st. That's going to be in Durham, North Carolina. Mm-hmm. We will have festivities and events the week leading up to it as well. The Passover fee is $200 for everybody 17 years of age and older. You will not be able to attend the Passover if you do not pay the Passover fee. All right? Just like Cap said in the beginning, all you got to do is go to ISUPK.com and click on where you pay your tithes. That's where you can pay your Passover fee. When you pay your Passover fee, keep the receipt because that will be the proof of that you paid to get into the event. All right? Slaka, do you have anything?
Priest.
Remind Akim Nagwakim to check on social media such as ISUPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for I.S.U.P.K events and materials. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, you start wearing all black, which includes black boots, black shirts, black pants, black headbands, a scarf. And with that, I say I'm Michael.
Go ahead. We just do the salute, huh?
Colonel Khan. I'm Michael, which means to stand. I'm going to give one courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, I.S.U.P.K. I.S.U.P.K. Barak. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shabrak.
Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shabrak.
Yadda Matah. Sar. Sisters, please stand. We want to give one courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, I.S.U.P.K. I.S.U.P.K. Barak. Yahweh Shema. Hashem Yahweh. Yadda Matah. Class dismissed.
I got it up. Israel, the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, under commanding General Yahanna, presents the Lord's 55th annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 55th annual Passover is rapidly approaching. Commanding General Yahanna is calling for all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to remember what the Lord did for us by saving us from our oppressors and choosing us to be a special people unto Him, the real Jews and Israelites. Passover will be held in Durham, North Carolina. Pay your Passover fee. Anyone 17 years of age or older must pay $200. Come and enjoy fresh lamb, unleavened bread, and the Spirit of Christ. Can't wait to see you all there, Israel. Shalom.
Cabins on streets and corners, all is feeling righteous. Real particular, nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and warlike apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us.
Israel, the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, under commanding General Yahanna, presents the Lord's 55th annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 55th annual Passover is rapidly approaching. Commanding General Yahanna is calling for all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to remember what the Lord did for us by saving us from our oppressors and choosing us to be a special people unto Him, the real Jews and Israelites. Passover will be held in Durham, North Carolina. Pay your Passover fee. Anyone 17 years of age or older must pay $200. Come and enjoy fresh lamb, unleavened bread, and the Spirit of Christ. Can't wait to see you all there, Israel. Shalom.
Cabins on streets and corners, all is feeling righteous. Real particular, nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and warlike apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us.